There are 5 specific emotional blocks that sabotage delegation. They turn you into a bottleneck, create friction for your team, and increase your chances of burning out. In this video, we'll review each emotion and give you the mindset unlock to overcome these blocks and become a highly effective delegator. Now, I'm Tia A. Williams. I'm a former executive, and I've delegated to a globally remote team of 100 people. I've seen these mental blocks that leaders experience firsthand, and I've coached many leaders on how to shift their mindset to become effective delegators. Now, most leaders think delegation is a skill problem. The mechanics are easy to learn. It's the emotional blockers that keep leaders from delegating effectively. Now, let's get into it. The first block is annoyance. This one's common, especially for new leaders. You watch someone struggle and fumble over a task, and you get annoyed because you know it would be done faster if you just did it yourself. That annoyance gets the better of you because you've got other things to do. So instead of using it as a teachable moment, you take over. Boom, it's done. But what you don't realize is that you've damaged your relationship with that employee. You've broken trust by signaling that you don't think they're capable. You've also shown that you have to be in the middle of everything, which ironically is the opposite of what most leaders say they want. Rather than taking over, think about how to support the person in building this new skill. This creates psychological safety and it builds trust. Now, block 2 is distrust. You hand it off, but deep down, you don't trust that they can get it done right or on time. You worry about your reputation, so you start to hover and micromanage. You ping them with just checking in messages and find reasons to reinsert yourself. Instead of hovering, start with clarity. Ask yourself, have I given clear instructions? And what level of support do they need from me to be successful? Did I set them up for success by giving clear instructions, a timeline? Did I set priority? Quite often, distrust comes because we didn't communicate the task effectively in the first place. And we compensate by micromanaging. So before you send the next Slack ping, make sure you've given them the information they need on the project and set pre-established check-in points so you can be confident while giving them the opportunity to grow their skills. So far, we've talked about annoyance and distrust, but block 3 is the one that keeps high-performing leaders stuck in the weeds. It's the fear of losing control. You worry, if I'm not in the middle of this, it's going to stall or it won't be successful. You sit in endless meetings, decisions keep being revisited, and you tell yourself that you knew they couldn't do it without you. The truth is, holding on too tight makes you the bottleneck. To sleep better at night, you need to empower them with the ownership and set boundaries around what they can decide versus what they need to bring to you. You should also delegate outcomes and not tasks. By pre-establishing these guidelines, you no longer feel the need to micromanage because you've put the systems in place that calm that fear. Now, if you're finding this helpful, hit subscribe. I break down the real work of leadership, the messy emotional stuff that nobody else is teaching, right here on this channel. Now, the last 2 blockers are different because they directly tie to internal conflict, the kind you might not even realize is driving your decisions. So block 4 is guilt. You need to delegate this task, but you feel guilty asking because you know they already are busy. They're juggling other projects, and you're afraid that adding one more thing will push them over the edge. So instead of delegating, you just do it yourself. You tell yourself you're being considerate, protecting them from burnout. But really, you're avoiding an honest but hard conversation about capacity. Many leaders blindly assign tasks. The best leaders know there's a difference between blindly assigning tasks and actual workload management. Before you hand off the work, consider what work is currently on their plate and what would need to shift to make room for that new task. As a leader, you should be aware at all times what work is on your team's plate. It's about managing workload and capacity. When you have capacity information, you can make an informed decision, reprioritize their existing workloads, adjust timelines, or say no to lower priority requests. Guilt goes away when you stop avoiding these hard conversations about what's actually possible and start managing your workload capacity for your team. But the hardest conversation of all is block 5, questioning your own identity. If you're still holding on to being a doer, you'll question your relevance because you don't understand your role as the leader of the team. The shift is embracing your role and seeing yourself as someone who unblocks obstacles and supports the team through challenges, not the person doing the work. A good place to start is, where can I spend my time today that helps my team win bigger rather than just fixing problems? Now, delegation isn't just about getting work off your plate. It's how you build capable teams, develop future leaders, and create space to do the strategic work that actually moves your organization forward. By recognizing these emotional blocks and asking the right questions, you can stop sabotaging delegation and start leading more effectively. Are any of these emotional blocks tripping you up? What's the one thing we discussed that you think will make delegation easier? Tell us in the comments.